In the wake of Dmitry Bivol's narrow loss to Artur Beterbiev on Saturday night, his manager has vowed to file a formal objection to the fight's controversial scoring. Boxing promoter Eddie Hearn expressed disappointment and frustration over the outcome between his fighter Dmitry Bivol and Beterbiev. Hearn strongly believed Bivol had won the fight, and he harshly criticized the judge who scored the bout 116-112 in Beterbiev's favor. He acknowledged Bivol's years of dedication and expressed sympathy for the fighter's loss. He emphasized Bivol won that fight and questioned the judge's decision, deeming it unfair and inaccurate. They're both incredible fighters, but it's sickening that after a lifetime of hard work, Dmitry Bivol is not the undisputed champion tonight. He won that fight. I struggled to find anyone on our row or the rows behind who didn't score it for Dmitry, Hearn stated. A judge giving Bivol 4 rounds in that fight? That judge should never work in the sport again. Hearn further exclaimed that Beterbiev's corner told him after the 10th round that he needed a knockout, which proved they knew Beterbiev was behind on the cards. Hearn hopes Turki El-Sheikh, the event's organizer, offers Bivol a rematch after such an exceptional performance. I'm surprised by the decision. It's a joke, Hearn continued. They told him in the 10th round he had to knock Bivol out to win. How can you score that fight 116-112? Despite the result, Frank Warren, Beterbiev's promoter, also expressed disbelief at the scorecards. It was a brilliant night and a great main event. Both guys showed their attributes, but I thought Bivol won it by a couple of rounds. That seems to be the general consensus online, Warren stated. Bivol, on the other hand, accepted the result with grace. He acknowledged Eddie Hearn's frustration, but did not see it as a personal attack. Eddie is doing his job. He has his opinion, but my job is to go to the ring and do everything perfectly. I'm not here to talk about the judges or the scorecards. I'll move forward. Bivol expressed a fervent desire for a rematch, recognizing Beterbiev as a formidable opponent. I just want a rematch. I could be better, and I want another chance, Bivol said. He also noted that during the fight, he believed he had landed more clean punches, but didn't focus on counting rounds, fully concentrating on the match instead. Bivol's manager, Vadim Kornilov, voiced his disappointment with the judge's decision. At the very least, it should have been a draw. I thought Bivol won, Kornilov said. He questioned the judge's focus on Beterbiev's aggression as the deciding factor, emphasizing Bivol's precision and impactful punches. Meanwhile, Conor Benn, one of the few who disagreed, saw Beterbiev as the rightful winner. I had Beterbiev winning the fight. Bivol started strong but slowed down, and Beterbiev applied pressure. A rematch is definitely warranted. Boxing commentator Robert Garcia agreed with Kornilov and scored the fight in favor of Bivol, awarding him 7 rounds. He highlighted Bivol's dominance in the early rounds, but admitted that the judges might have been influenced by Beterbiev's aggressive style in the later rounds. Teddy Atlas was critical of Bivol's performance, emphasizing that his strategic choices ultimately cost him the fight. Atlas said Bivol did an excellent job defensively, but needed to shift into offense more dynamically, especially against Beterbiev's relentless power and aggression. Bivol's strategy, as he explained post-fight, was to avoid standing on the ropes and to catch Beterbiev with clean punches. He anticipated Beterbiev's intensity would increase toward the end of each round and adjusted his tactics accordingly. My plan was not to stay on the ropes. I was waiting for him and trying to catch him with perfect punches, Bivol said. However, Bivol did acknowledge the impact of Beterbiev's punches, particularly on his arms. He's strong. He punched my arms a lot, but I wouldn't say it's the hardest punch I've felt, Bivol noted. Beterbiev's trainer instructed him to aim for a knockout in the final rounds, acknowledging the fight was close. I told Artur we needed a knockout because I wasn't sure of the decision, said his trainer. Kornilov remained vocal about his dissatisfaction, stating, "We're going to file a protest on Monday. The judge needs to be held accountable. The sport is being damaged by decisions like this." Kornilov also pointed out a concerning moment when a fight supervisor was seen congratulating members of Beterbiev's promotional team before the decision was officially announced. That behavior raises questions about potential bias, Kornilov said. Bivol himself refused to dwell on the judge's decisions, choosing to focus on the future. "It doesn't matter. I will move forward, and in the rematch, I'll be better," he stated. Despite the result, many in the boxing community believe Bivol had done enough to win, including former heavyweight champion Oleksandr Usyk. "I thought Bivol won more rounds. He's got good movement and boxing skills," Usyk said. Shocker Stevenson also criticized the scoring, calling the 116-112 scorecard diabolical and adding, "Boxing is so terrible sometimes." Ryan Garcia and Claressa Shields echoed his sentiments, with Garcia tweeting, "Wow, robbery if you ask me," and Shields adding, "This fight didn't live up to the hype for me." Chris Mannix, a boxing analyst, also gave the fight to Bivol, but noted the close rounds. "A couple of rounds could have gone either way, but I had Bivol ahead," he said. Tony Bellew, another analyst, shared a similar view, declaring, "I had Bivol winning. He landed the better shots all night long, great combinations." Bivol's loss marked the first of his professional career. He remained gracious, refraining from commenting on the controversial scorecards. Hearn, however, did not hold back, stating, "After a lifetime of hard work, it's sickening that Bivol is not the undisputed champion tonight." While the debate over the scoring continues, the possibility of a rematch has sparked significant interest. Even Beterbiev acknowledged Bivol's impressive performance, though he criticized Bivol's inability to elevate his game to a higher level. "He did a good job, but he didn't do enough to win," Beterbiev said. In contrast, Bivol expressed that he felt Beterbiev's pressure but was never overwhelmed. "I felt pressure, but I had it under control," Bivol said. As for the potential rematch, Bivol left the decision to the fans. "We should ask the boxing fans if they want a rematch. If they do, I'd love to fight again and get another chance," he stated. Turki Al-Sheikh, the event organizer, weighed in, calling the fight one of the most remarkable he had seen in 20 years. However, he also shared his conviction that the result was unjust. "I don't think the result is fair. I gave Bivol 2 more rounds," Al-Sheikh said. He also mentioned that a rematch was possible if both fighters agreed. As the dust settles, the debate over the decision continues to dominate the boxing world. Many believe the fight warrants a rematch to settle the controversy once and for all. Whether or not that happens will depend on the fighters, their teams, and the fans. For now, both Bivol and Beterbiev are left to reflect on the fight that left a bitter taste for many in the boxing community. The prospect of a rematch looms large, and fans are eagerly awaiting news of whether these two champions will meet in the ring again. In the meantime, the controversial decision has sparked widespread debate, and it remains to be seen whether Bivol will get his chance to reclaim his title. For now, all eyes are on the potential rematch that could finally settle the score between these two elite fighters. Please share your thoughts in the comments section below.